Hi everybody, it's Monday, March 3rd, 2008. Thanks for stopping by. I've been doing some research, watching some documentaries about Israel and Palestine lately, and so I've been talking a little bit about this, and I've had some people debating me on this subject. As far as I know, a lot of them are Jewish. I'm not really sure. But from what they've said and what I've been able to gather, some of them are, and some of them will debate me on the policies of Israel. My problem with the policy of Israel is that they created the state of Israel by stealing land from other people, the Palestinians. It was imposed by Britain by the Balfour Declaration in 1948. They lived in relative peace up until that time. There was a lot of Jewish people living in Palestine with the Palestinians, and they, for the most part, they got along very well, and they didn't have the hate and the division that they have now. And nowadays, most of the land belongs to the Israelis, and what little that the Palestinians have left is being colonized by Jewish settlers. And the Palestinians live in horrible conditions. They live in refugee camps, basically, and a lot of the people who still have houses, their houses are being demolished by Israeli bulldozers to make way for new settlements. And this is the only place that the Palestinians have left. The Palestinians will probably not exist much longer as a people. If this continues, they will be pushed out of existence or pushed into other countries and totally dispossessed, and if no other country will take them, they'll have nowhere to go. They'll just be out of luck. And when I talk to certain people on YouTube, they, when I say, well, here's what's happening, people, they're having their land stolen, they're having their houses demolished, and they say to me things like, well, the Arabs own 90% of the land, or they own 99% of the land, so it's no big deal, they can just go live somewhere else. Or they say the Arabs are bad people, and the Arabs will kill you as soon as look at you, and they're Muslims, and Muslims are horrible, evil people, and you can't trust them, so you can't allow them to live in peace. It's that kind of attitude. It seems to me a very disparaging attitude to have towards an entire population of people. It's like they're not even people. It's like they're savages that can't be dealt with, can't be trusted, that don't deserve their own houses because, they're Arabs, they can go live in some Arab country. Well, they're not just Arabs, they're Palestinians, and they don't own 99% of the Middle East. They own their own house, and that's all they have. And, these people will say, well, the other Arab countries won't take them anyway, so the Arabs are bad again. It's like, okay, the basic argument is not that Israel is not doing wrong, but that the Arabs are bad people, so it's okay. And that bothers me a lot. I really don't like to see that kind of thing, because it's almost as, it's like they know they're doing wrong, but they don't care. Because somebody else did wrong, or because somebody else is just a bad person. And so, it's okay to commit injustice against these people because of who they are, or because of their religion, or because of their ethnicity. It's just, since I've been looking at this whole thing, it's just the most frightening and disturbing thing I've ever seen in my life. It's depressing to even think about what's going on and the attitudes that people have. And so, if any of you out there want to debate me about Israel, I'm happy to do that. But let's talk about the facts. Let's talk about, is what Israel doing actually wrong? Let's talk about, is Israel pushing people out of their homes? Are they demolishing people's houses to make way for Jewish colonies? Are they militarily occupying the land of the Palestinians? Don't talk to me about what other people are doing. Don't say, well, it doesn't matter that we're killing people because the Arabs are bad, or it doesn't matter that we're taking their land because they're just Arabs and they can go live with some other dirty Arabs. I don't think that's really an argument. I don't think that really, it has no place in civilized society to be thinking like that. It's just seems to me very unreasonable, and what's the point in that? I mean, if the only thing that matters is what other people do, I can do anything in the world as long as other people are doing it. What kind of world are we living in? Isn't there some things that are beyond debate? Aren't there some principles that you should live up to no matter what anybody else does? I mean, isn't it wrong to steal a man's house? Isn't it wrong to push a man off of his own land, or to dispossess a man of everything that he has, or to kill a man because he's not the right race? Is that wrong? I really would love to hear somebody come up with an argument to justify that to me. I don't think it can be done. I don't think anybody can justify what's going on over there, in a logical manner. But I'm sure, there's Palestinians that have done bad things. There's Palestinians that have been violent. But, we have always condemned the Palestinians for their violence, and we've never condemned the Israelis for their violence. We've never condemned the Israelis for treating the Palestinians unfairly. And yet we expect them to just lie down and take it, and to, swoon off into non-existence without ever putting up a fight. I mean, what kind of double standard is that? Sure, they shouldn't be, nobody should kill innocent people. Nobody should conduct a suicide bombing, but, these people are desperate, and they've lost the will to live because they're living under extreme injustice, and they know there's no future for them. They know that their people are, being pushed into extinction, and no one cares. The rest of the world has turned their back on them, and they have nothing left. They have, no will to live, no hope for the future. What do you expect? And, you can condemn them all you want, but they're going to go out fighting. That's the only thing they got left. So, anyway, anybody wants to talk to me about this, it's great. But, one thing I would say is, if you're anti-Semitic and you want to talk to me about how bad the Jews are, then I don't agree with you. I'll go ahead and say that. Blaming the Jews is no better than blaming the Palestinians because they're Palestinians. This is not about being a Jew. This is about the policies of the Israeli government. And I think there's a big difference between, hating people because they're Jewish and, disagreeing with the policies of the Israeli government. So I don't hate Jewish people, and I don't want to associate with people who do. And I think it's time that we all grow up and, stop all this racism, because that's all it is. It's just a bunch of racism over and over again, and that's what's wrong with the Middle East. Anyway, thanks for watching.